Welcome. Welcome to the third edition of the Definox live event. The enthusiastic feedback we received after the previous editions has boosted us to renew and improve the experience. This year, the event opens to a wider audience. Representatives, customers, distributors, welcome. Of course, we have kept the best. We are going to hear from Vincent Torcheux and his power of persuasion, Nicolas Cerniac and his Definox quiz, Julien Huin, our well-known professor, and his famous demos, Nelly Lucas, our digital media expert and chat moderator. For about an hour, we are going to explore the ways to boost your performance with safety. In other words, how the safety of people and the safety of the hygienic processes of each workday adds economic and human value. We wanted to create a lively and interactive event. Pay attention, you will be asked to respond to surveys all through our meeting. You can log in by simply flashing the QR code and create a nickname. Be curious. The experts with us will be happy to reply to your questions via the online chat box. Welcome. Welcome to the Definox live event. First off, let's welcome the Managing Director of Definox, Magali Chouinteriau. Hello, Magali.
Good morning, Jean.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine. Quite nervous, but fine.
Magali, tell me, what's happened at Definox all this year?
All this year, that represents many days for action.
Take your time. We can go.
So, new people, new product, new customer, new business, less carbon emission, and the most important, less injuries.
This year, you've decided to focus this event on safety. Could you tell us why?
You know, as we can see on the screen, at Definox, the safety is a basic, as many organizations, of course. And we spend a lot of time, a lot of energy, money, try to change our mindset, our behavior, and we know that it's a daily challenge. And we consider it's the same for all organizations and consider it could be your challenge too. That's why we decide to focus on it.
Our safety is a vast subject. Who does it concern?
People who are moving, who are acting, interacting, who are working. But it's not only a concern of people, it could be a question of product too, how we can protect the product. So that can concern many, many, many people.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Safety and economic performance. How can you join the two of us? How can safety boost your performance?
And that's a good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, safety we can consider could be an issue, a problematic, a question to need to be faced after an injuries. We are quite feared and we need to react. Could be more a negative or reaction, or could be an opportunity to change, to improve the situation and to perform. That's where we want to be today.
To act before.
With more proactive action.
Okay, have you got any example?
Yeah, could be just today. We would like to we are humble, share experience for maintenance people with quick wins, with tools, with behavior, or to share expertise to show what could be the right equipment for the right product and the right process.
Great. Magali, let's start with the first part of the show, and we'll meet us at the end of it. The first part of the show, the safety provided by Definox. Welcome, Nicolas.
Hello, Jean-Hugues.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
Nice to see you again too. Hello, everybody. I can see new face.
Alors, tell me, Nicolas, how does Definox respond to their customers' safety concerns?
Yes, so Definox provide a valve and solution in sanitary process, so it's mainly hygienic or aseptic valves. So I would say that for us, provide safety to our customer solutions or to operators is a everyday challenge. So it can go from finding the good or the perfect sealing technology in respect of the product. It can go also from answering a local regulation regarding a food contact product, or to avoid any risk of contamination, or to just provide customer a full safety during a maintenance operation.
Well, issues of safety and certification come into play from the entire beginning, from the beginning of the valve design. Let's meet Maxime Parot, product engineer. He will explain us how.
At the beginning of the process, we have to check the different input possible. So it could be by a customer or by our sales team. So they detect some new opportunity, some new market. And it could be based on our different application as we detect new opportunity based on technical reference. After, we summarize all those information just to have a quick view of what could be possible. We are starting to discuss with the different contacts, a customer again, or internally with our design team. We start to draft some hypotheses. In the technical information, every time we have all the hygienic information because it depends of the application, but we have to respect rules of 3A, for example, or EHEDG. So that's why we want to create something cleanable and to be able to have a certificate for food application. We are manufacturing the first prototype and the interest is to check the feasibility. So we check if we have some issue, if, for example, we will have to modify some part on the valve. But we are able to have a double check with some external certification team. If, for example, something is important to modify, we are able to do it very quickly. When we are working on a new application, we check which seal is linked on the process and for which application. After, we will create the stainless steel around this seal. At this step, we are able to say, okay, we have the right answer, we are able to start the certification and in the same time start the industrialization. For Definox, it's very important to create more than a valve, create an answer for a needs for the customer.
Welcome on stage, Vincent. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing good.
We've heard that for Definox, it's important to create more than a valve. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's very important to create more than a valve. That's also why we did create our pack service.
Exactly. Tell me more about your pack service.
Yeah, so the pack service is the way we call the support to our customer. It focuses on three main axes, which are which are the maintenance, the training, but also the spare part supply. So our team of the pack service is composed of back office people, in-house technicians, but also field service technicians. We do also have trainers. Regarding the maintenance, we are able to carry on preventive and curative maintenance operation by our customer. Can also do predictive maintenance thanks to the new Sorio control top. Regarding the on-site training, our goal is to make sure that our products are well understood by a customer, because it's important to make sure that the valve continue to work at this first level during the whole life cycle of the product.
We can see pictures of the on-site trainings.
Yeah, so we have a brand new support for the training that you can. So we are able to operate training missions all over the world. We also can count on our network of over 70 companies to be able to support us locally for that type of mission. We have also invested money in a video room to be able to do remote training, but also to solve some technical issues, like trying to be live facing our customer. And for the spare part supply, so we do stock approximately 8,000 components with an on-time delivery goal of 98%. And we, again here, can count on our partner to be able to supply spare parts in a fast way to our customer.
About that, what would be service without the right tool?
Yeah, so the security, safety is of course a big concern. So that's why by Definox we got like dedicated toolkits, securing toolboxes, also an hydraulic press that is CE certified, for example, to carry out the service operation on our actuators. And well, if the people looking at us right now would like to experience more about these components, I invite them to get in touch with their regular Definox contacts.
I can put it away?
Yes.
Okay, thank
I'm
you.
done with that.
About digital, Definox is also digitally oriented. Can you explain that?
Digital is of course a challenge also for Definox, so we are right now live on YouTube. We do have a YouTube channel which is regularly fed with new maintenance video or videos explaining how our products work. And we also know it's important for every user to access to targeted data very instantaneous. It's also part of the safety. So that's why we continue to work and develop on our ID app. So for those who don't know, it's an app that is available on all Apple and Android devices. You can download it for free. And just by scanning a valve or an equipment, you will access very fast to maintenance videos, to certificates, to spare part numbers, etc. So it works very flawless and well, entirely free of charge.
And watch videos.
Sorry?
You can watch videos
you can,
on the app.
Absolutely. So service videos, for example.
What a plenty of topics.
Yeah, there are many topics. So you can see safety is a challenge on different axes. And well, behind these two words, pack service, it hides a bunch of different services where we can bring like customer support.
Okay, great. Thank you, Vincent. You've accompanied us to Lille, in the north of France, to meet an historic customer, Heineken. You have worked together for many years with Heineken. Can you tell us about the relationship with them?
Yes, so it's a long relation we have with them. It's a year-long relation, so they have plenty of Definox valve, and I think we'll see it in video right now.
It's very interesting to work with a customer like that
for
a long time.
Because it's more than just selling products. It's really a partnership that I'm sure we will discover in the video.
Let's fly to Heineken.
Definox n'est pas un fournisseur de vannes, c'est plusieurs choses en même temps. La sécurité, numéro 1, Definox a toujours répondu à nos difficultés sécuritaires. Et ça, c'est le phare de la brasserie, la sécurité en premier, avant la production. Aujourd'hui, Definox apporte une solution réelle en termes de fonctionnalité de vannes, donc ça c'est très important, par les notices techniques, par les idées, les petits match codes que vous mettez en ce moment sur les vannes Definox. Le technicien arrive, flash, c'est tout de suite la vanne qui est incriminée, c'est le kit de joint, à la notice technique, à la vidéo. Par contre, l'autre aspect derrière, c'est vraiment le préventif, où on organise pour mettre en place la bonne maintenance au bon moment. Il a été construit avec Definox. Tous les 4 ans, on devait réviser l'ensemble de nos vannes. Pour moi, il y a un point qui est très important, c'est que toutes les entreprises extérieures ou Heineken qui peuvent toucher à une vanne Definox doivent être formées Definox. Tout ça, c'est un plus que d'autres constructeurs malheureusement n'ont pas et que Definox peut mettre en exergue et mettre à profit. Et aujourd'hui, je pense que c'est un des choix privilégiés de Definox. L'intérêt de Definox, c'est vraiment, on appréhende notre difficulté, on propose une petite solution et Definox vient nous donner une solution clé en main avec une optimisation qui est vraiment grandissante.
We are back on stage with Vincent, Nicolas again. Sorry, we'll have our Defi quiz. It's a game, and I invite you to join us for this game. It's no time to use your smartphone and your PC to interact with us with this QR code or the PIN code 3195497. Voilà, to join the game, Nelly is with us. us also. Hello, Nelly.
Hello.
You are surveying the chat box.
Yes.
And ask your question if you have any to Nelly.
We invite the attendees to use a chatbot if you want to ask us a question during the live, or you can send an email to the person who invites you to follow the live.
Okay, great, Nelly. Did you display the PIN code also to join the game?
Yes, I have noticed the PIN code on the chatbot.
Okay, then we are ready to run the first Defi quiz with Nicolas. Let's go for the first question.
So let's go. So just for our customer to understand, there is some question that you can have multiple choice. So you should be able to see it when you play.
Okay, great.
So first question.
Which information is not accessible with the Definox ID application?
So answer A, it can be the maintenance seal kit. B, the maintenance video. C, tools to do the maintenance. Or D, Magali's direct phone numbers. If you want to
yours.
have
Your direct
maybe
phone number, why not?
Depends the level of extra discount.
The number of Nicolas is 06.
Yeah, you are not so far.
Do we have many players online? We've got 7 players. That's not a lot. You can join us with the QR code and or the PIN code.
The PIN code, yeah.
On the Kahoot application online. Okay. Which information is not accessible via the Definox ID application? 4 answers. Let's run for the answer is...
So, yes, sorry for this. We didn't put the Magali's phone number on the application.
You didn't?
Maybe in the next version.
Okay. Let's run for the second question. How can Definox help you? It's a single choice?
No, it's a multiple choice, this one.
Question. How can Definox help you with the training session?
So answer E, it can be a remote training. Answer B, on-site training. I think some customer already did it. Answer C, online support and video with the YouTube channels or this kind of support. And answer D, with holograms like in Star Trek.
Okay, we've got the answer. It's the answer, how can Definox help you? Multiple choice.
Yeah, so it was answer A, B, and C. Sure, we can do remotes now, on-site, or you can use also our YouTube channels.
Not yet with holograms. And next, on the next button, we have the next question. What do you think is the most effective maintenance philosophy? What do you think is the most effective maintenance philosophy?
Here it's one choice only.
Only one choice.
So answer A, it can be preventive maintenance. Answer B, I repair when it breaks. Answer C, it never breaks. We do great product. Or answer D, what is maintenance?
Alors, and the right answer is...
We'll let a few seconds to answer. I think it's answer A, preventive maintenance.
You're right. You're right.
It's my first time I play.
Great. We've got 3 questions. Okay, it's the end of the first part. We have three meetings.
Two more again after.
Okay, stay connected on this application. We'll run back for the second time. Thank you, Nicolas, for this refreshing moment. Let's face to Nelly's corner. Nelly, have you got any question in the chat box?
Yes, from email. By email, we receive a question for Nicolas regarding this first topic. Is it possible to buy a press to make the maintenance?
Yes. In fact, you can contact our after-sales service or your representative, and the idea is we can make an offer on the press or any tools support or any maintenance training. We can support you this way.
Okay, thank you, Nicolas.
Thank you, Nelly. Nicolas, you stay with us. Yep. We'll talk about product safety right now. And first of all, don't forget to use the chat box to answer your questions via Nelly. Nelly will tell them to us on stage. Thank you. Nicolas, The question is why Definox needs to be so close to their customers.
Yeah, you see, in the first part, we discovered the tool and the support and care that we can provide to our customer to do maintenance with safety. In fact, we like to stay close because our customers use our product every day. So they perfectly know how to use it, and also they can bring inspiration and improvement. So for us, it's a lot of innovation that we can bring. I can say that also most innovations are made through one or several customers. So it brings real benefits to our complete range, and that is why we like to work closely and to work with in partnership and in co-development also.
Great. Earlier, we saw how Definox designed the valves. I suggest we now go to Laita. It's a milk-based industry.
Yes.
To see how their needs are identified.
Dans l'atelier où on se trouve, on fait des pâtes fraîches, donc c'est des produits qui sont quand même avec une forte viscosité et donc qui sont assez compliqués à nettoyer. Ce sont des vannes qui sont, on va dire, percées et orientées pour venir laver bien certaines zones bien spécifiques à la demande. Ce sont des vannes qui sont plutôt simples, effectivement, et sécurisées, dans le sens où, lorsque la vanne est ouverte, il n'y a pas de risque de rupture de doigts. Pour nous, aujourd'hui, c'est clairement important pour nos opérateurs de maintenance, et puis même pour nos gens en production, hein, si jamais ils étaient amenés de l'ouvrir, de ne pas risquer quoi que ce soit avec les vannes. Pour toutes les entreprises aujourd'hui, de ne pas avoir d'accident est la première priorité. Comme ça a été identifié chez Definox, il y a un kit via une mallette de mise en sécurité des vannes qui existe, et ce qui permet de maintenir aujourd'hui les anciennes générations de vannes, tout en se mettant en sécurité pour ne pas risquer d'accident. Le but, c'est que tout le monde progresse et arrive à l'excellence au final, puisque finalement c'est ce que vise tout le monde.
Nicolas, stay here.
Sorry.
Stay at your place. We are on stage right now with the entire world. Stay on your
back.
place. Okay. We just saw a real example of a real efficient partnership. It's the same with all your customers?
Yeah, we do our best, and we are very enthusiastic to work this way with our customer. For info, last year, I would say customized equipments or personalization is more than 500 products for last year, and I think this year we are already more than 200, so it's quite a lot. And I would say that in this kind of customized equipment, a lot of them are co-developed with end users or integrator or whatever. So we like to work this way, to co-develop based on a customer need or sometimes based on the specification. So this way we are able to answer maximum needs for PID needs or whatever.
I would like to talk about the working relationship you have with your customers. Is the information gathered from the sales people very important in this process?
Yes, it is. It's very important because when we do a project, it's not only a discussion between Definox and end users or one customer. It's several people or several parties. So it can be discussion between Definox, a user that will produce juice or milk, and sometimes or very often an integrator or a tank manufacturer or OEM. So in fact, when we work this way, we have to deal with all the problematics of the different parties that can be from easy integration or the way to maintain in the future. So all this info coming from several people are very important to gather. So that's why we work as a network.
As a network in a real partnership.
Yes.
Before designing the valve, Definox has worked closely with Chalvignac. Chalvignac make the tanks that the valve are installed on. To answer the question about a true partnership, let's meet them. Chalvignac.
On est rentré chez Definox par le biais de la société Laita, qui fabrique donc des produits laitiers. Laita avait une problématique donc d'avoir des cuves qui soient totalement aseptisables. Donc Definox avait donc ce challenge de fabriquer des vannes qui soient totalement aseptiques et voir aussi avec les problématiques de la chaudronnerie puisque nous soudons ces vannes sur nos cuves et donc il faut que ça aille aussi aux chaudronniers. Donc, en partenariat avec Definox, donc avec un échange technique, nous avons regardé leurs produits, nous avons dit là ça va pas, afin que nous puissions souder dans les meilleures conditions possibles leurs produits sur nos cuves. D'abord, Definox développe sa vanne en fonction des problématiques l'EITA, telles que eux la voient. Et après, ils nous la soumettent et nous, on leur dit « Ah non, là, il y a un épaulement trop, ou c'est pas assez épais, ou quand on va souder, ça va vriller. » C'est beaucoup François Pouzou d'abord qui a introduit la chose. Et du coup, on a pris le relais donc avec Maxime Parot. On s'est échangé des mails, des coups de téléphone, des réunions Teams. Au niveau tarif, il reste compétitif. Et je sais que même si on demande des petites modifications de dernière minute, je sais qu'ils le font, donc ils sont assez flexibles là-dessus. Ouais. C'est ce qui rend intéressant le travail aussi entre Definox et l'EITA. C'est de travailler sur des produits innovants et d'arriver au bout.
Welcome on stage, Julien.
Hello everybody.
El profesor.
Exactly. I'm trying to explain our valve, how it's working, what we could do with, and to give some easy understanding.
Right. It's not cold in the workshop?
No, that's okay. Right now it's almost summer for French people, so it's very nice weather.
It's a very sunny day. We cannot see it, but it's a sunny day. Julien, about this valve, what is specific about this valve?
Yeah, we've seen two footage with Laita and Chalvignac. They gave us some nice explanation about this valve, how it's work. Yeah. But my proposal is to do it in the lab. I will show you exactly what is inside, how we could dismantle it, what is the feature, and so on. But for this, I need to place my white jacket and go in the lab.
Okay, take your white coat and go. We'll meet at the lab with...
Here we are in the lab with DCX3 Clean Flush. This equipment is very important for any tank you could find into your plant. This valve is very interesting because the way to install it is totally flush. You see, it's flat on the table. It means we do not have any surface going into the tank, so it will increase the hygienic purpose of this equipment, so it will also offer a better cleanability of your equipment at the end. We will go step by step and we will describe what we have here. We could see we have actuator. This actuator, it's spring loaded, so it means we will drive it by hair, and the normally closed or normally open position will be defined by the spring. We could also provide a double effect type. It means it's useful because if you want to drive each valve one by one, if you install several valves like this on the same tank, you could do some sequence. For example, you will start to clean upper level and you will go down after each step. It could be in one shot. Here we have a lantern, and we could see we have a port here due to aseptic circulation, and I will explain you why in a few minutes. The body here is a L type, but we could also provide a T body type. The T body type will be useful in the case you want to use the same valve to inject the cleaning agent and also drain as a drain point, or if you multiply the quantity of valve for the same tank. On the downside, we could see the flange with 360 flange, so the valve could rotate around, and we have a spray plate totally flat, and the most interesting part is the pattern we have here. The pattern allows to cover 70 degrees angle from the middle axis, so it covers a wide range and will spray CIP agent for a large surface from this point. So it means with help of this angle, we doesn't need to tilt the valve on the axis to be able to reach the point expected. We have accuracy on the targeting, and also the valve will be always flush. So for example, you have a agitator with a scraping wool mode, it will be fully compatible, and we will not interfere with this movement. To design this spraying plate, it's quite easy. You have almost nothing to do. Just share your 2D models or 3D drawing about vessel plus a agitator, and based on this we will do some simulation and we will define what will be the most useful pattern for your case. So now we will open the valve together and see what we have inside. It will help us to understand what is the key features offered by this component. The valve is composed by 1, 2, 3, 4 components. We have here the flange. This flange will be welded on the tank. The spraying plate with a hole pattern. The hole pattern will cover max 70 degrees angle, and the quantity of hole will depend on the design of the tank and the design of the agitator we want to clean. The body, this one, it's L body DN25, and we have also the body DN25 but with a T, so a second port is placed on the side to have a drain point or to connect several valves in series. This plug is made in PFA, so it's quite interesting because we could see here we do not have any gasket, any additional gasket to ensure the sealing between the spraying plate and the plug. We have a small bump, and this bump will be in contact with a flat surface inside the spraying plate, and it will ensure a perfect sealing system with this part. As we could see, this valve doesn't have so many gaskets inside. We have one gasket into the body, one gasket into the flange welded into the tank. Also, we are saving sealing system quantities or the number of seal used for this valve, because this valve doesn't require to be tilted, so we will not have any protrusion into the tank volume, and we do not need any gasket to ensure a perfect movement and also ensuring the sealing system of the body with the flange. If you want more information about DCX3 Clean Flush valve, feel free to contact us. For now, let's go back on stage. Thank you.
Well, Nicolas, before the next Defi quiz, I would like to know can you tell us if you are enjoying the show and if there is any information you need from us to give to you. It would be an important feedback for us on live. We can answer to you via Nelly, via the chat box. Thank you very much. Nicolas, the second Defi quiz, Nelly will display the PIN code to connect. For those who are not connected yet, 3195497 in the chat box, so you can connect with the QR code. Second Defi quiz session with Nicolas Erniac. Let's go. We've got the first question. Is a multiple choice or single?
No, only one choice, single choice this time.
All right. How do I maintain the DCX3 Clean Flush? It's very hard for us French to spell the DCX3.
You have to train a little bit.
Go ahead, say it.
DCX3 Clean Flush.
Oh,
easy.
you're good. Alors, 4 answers. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, so let's go. So the first is A, I need to buy a new one. B, I need to go in the tank to access the worn parts. C,
They've been faster than you. It's answer C. Okay, let's run for the second question. What are the main advantages of the DCX3 Clean Flush?
It's a multiple choice question. Okay, so A is safe and easy maintenance. B, flush wall mounting. C, Definox support to define the spray angles to clean the agitator. Or D, efficient, high performance, seamless seals.
I guess everyone has answered.
Yeah, you have few seconds.
No, we got few seconds and we can go for the answer.
So here I said it's multiple answer possible, so it was all of them.
All of them.
We have made a great product.
Great. Much yellow on the board. Okay. Let's
And the last
run
one.
for the last question. If you have a specific need, you usually do what?
Yeah, as a customer, so when you work with us, you have 4 answers possible, so it's only single choice. So I look for a good compromise in the Definox catalog. I modify my PNID. C, I contact Definox so they can study my needs. Or D, I forward it to a colleague. It's not my problem.
Don't forget to answer all of those questions at the end of the third session.
Yes.
We'll have the scores.
Yeah, a
and
big win.
We'll see the third best players. Then the answer is...
I think it's the answer C.
You think?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
I trust my colleagues. They can contact them and we will help.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank
you, Nicolas. We'll head to Nelly's corner to see if we have questions in the chat for Nicolas.
Yes, Ben would like to know on the chat if Definox propose other cleaning solutions. Sorry.
No, sorry. No, I'm joking. Yeah, sure, we have we have other solution. So if we look in the catalog, we have another flush valve to clean not agitator, but to clean the internal part of a tank with a ball valve connected to our valve. We have also a Viox cleaning valve that we will show more in the coming weeks. And what we do also, I said it before, we deal with more than 200 customized products this year. So if customers have a need or have a problematic, they can contact us. We will study based on our catalog and maybe adjust, and we can find any solution.
I'm very interested in the small part with the tiny holes.
Yes.
Can I use it for my shower?
Yeah, and you can contact us if the way you want to be under your shower. We will study the spray.
To clean flush every part of me.
For any people.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nicolas. Let's now talk about process safety with Vincent and Julien. Welcome again, guys, on stage.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the aseptic process with another point of view on how to improve performance with this specific process. I leave you talk about that.
Yeah. Well, I got a question to Julien. In fact, for a while now, we hear, you, me, Nicolas, that there is a growing need for process security. And I'd like to ask you your opinion about this statement, Julien.
Okay, that's right. We are seeing sanitary acceptation are increasing day after day. And in fact, the target, in my opinion, is to always provide the highest quality and to keep high efficiency for the process and the plant. So in same time, in other end, what we are seeing, the price are increasing a lot, and it make scrap and waste are more costly every day. So, in consequence, people want to avoid any loss and to have the best hygienic equipment to ensure the best quality and minimal loss and highest efficiency into the plant. And in fact, what you see on the screen, a plant like 3A, EH or GMP rules manufacturing is built like a fortress or a castle, and we will make it difficult for contamination to go in the core of the process. Like this, we could ensure that the highest quality will be ensured at every time and every day. And to do this, we are using a different process valve to have different step-by-step function.
Okay, that's an interesting comparison. So can you explain us in this case or which type of valve can be used?
We have different type of valve, and the most common or the easiest way to find it, it's what we call rotating valve. It could be called ball valve. And another type on the rotating design is a butterfly valve. It's mainly the most used because a butterfly valve offers a better cleanability and opening and closing faster than ball valve. So ball valve will be used mainly for feeding line, and process line will be equipped with butterfly valve. However, when we are thinking about increasing again and going above for hygienic step, seat valve technology is much better, and the seat valve have a totally different design from a rotating valve. We will have something sliding up and down, and it will close the process chamber. It's really useful because with one seat valve, we could, for example, replace 2 butterfly valves. Another function we could appreciate into the hygienic process, it's because the seat valve offer a better cleanability, a better flow management, and we could add some extra feature on it. And this extra feature will offer, for example, aseptic version of a process.
So it seems to be kind of logical. You select each valve according to the process requirements.
Exactly.
And can you explain us more maybe about the aseptic valve?
Yes, for sure. When we are doing process and the hygienic concern is very high, in fact, we are concerned by 2 points. Avoid any external contamination. This is what you are seeing right now on the screen. When the plug will go up and down, one part will go in the environment and some micro-contamination could go into the chamber, into the process chamber. And this issue should not happen because it could be an issue for the quality and for microbial contamination. So what we are doing, it's one solution, and this is what we are suggesting. It's to place a sterilization chamber around the shaft, and like this, every time the shaft will go up and down, we will ensure that everything is sterilized. This function is very useful, and it's not the only challenge we have, because avoiding external contamination is a key point, but we need also to avoid the cross-contamination coming from process line itself. So we could combine aseptic function with mix-proof function. It's an important point to avoid both sides of the problem.
Great. Julien, what about going back in the workshop to show how an aseptic mix-proof valve works?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I will go back.
Okay, let's go.
Here we are with a aseptic barrier valve. This valve, it's a crucial equipment for your process, especially in the food industry, but not only. This valve with EHEDG certification is very useful to keep the highest safety level for your production. This valve with the barrier with the steam offer a strong and reliable isolation for external contamination. So each part in contact or in potential contact with external environment will be sterilized with the steam. The steam will be applied roughly between 110 degrees and could go up to 150 degrees for a flash process. So flash meaning 30 minutes. What is interesting in this valve, it's about the general layout for sure. So what we could mention, it's only 2 actuators to drive the whole process. 2 actuators means one dedicated for the main plugs, so we'll be able to do upper and lower lift, one control top here, and a side valve dedicated to leakage and drain of the steam with its control top. When we have a look together inside, what we could see, it's a gray or white part. This part is upper plug. The upper plug is made in one piece in a PEEK, P-E-E-K. This material is very interesting because it offers similar resistance than stainless steel, but also the behavior is an advantage for this valve because it means we doesn't need to use an additional seal to ensure the sealing of the valve. Less sealing, less time for maintenance and less maintenance in overall condition. Also, what we could see, you do not have any diaphragm for this aseptic valve, so it means a longer running compare and less maintenance needs. The chamber here is used to inject the steam, and the plug, when it will travel through this chamber, will be always sterilized, and so we will not have any external contamination with the environment. We have on the side another valve. This valve will be used to also inject steam and exhaust condensate. We have the intermediate chamber with the lower plug. We could do some lift also on this plug. What is also interesting to mention is we have the main connection port for the steam is placed here, so you do not have to multiply the connection and the piping around to get the steam in the valve. Everything is focused in one point, so it's faster and easier to install for your process line also. When we are speaking about fitting and installation, it's interesting to mention the size and how it's available. It's from DN 1 inch to DN 3 inch. And we do not need any eccentric reduction piping to connect with that. So it means the DN 1 inch will be directly with the right size on the piping, and DN 3 inch also. So it's easier to install and a higher hygienic perspective from this, because everything is matching the right diameter. With all this advantage, we fully understand why this valve is the best solution for food industry, and not only.
We are still live on stage. Now it's time for to run the third and last Defi quiz session with Nicolas. First of all, let's display the QR code and watch at the PIN code. 3195497 for those who are not connected yet, but I guess everyone has been connected for the last Defi quiz session. Don't forget, after this session, we've got the results and the three best players. Nicolas?
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
I hope you are too. Yeah.
The first question is a single answer question.
Yes, single answer.
Let's go. What is the specific what's the specificity
of an aseptic process?
Of an aseptic process.
So it's a process that is optimized to be the most cost-effective possible. Answer B, a process hermetically sealed from outside contamination. Answer C, a process without any valve. Or answer D, a process without a cleaning phase, or CIP, you can say. So it's a single answer possible.
You know the answer?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I guess the answer is the B.
It's the B. So it's a process hermetically sealed from outside contamination.
Okay, as the valve we talked about earlier. Second question, what is the advantage of the big plug on the aseptic Veox valve?
So you have only one answer possible. So A, it prevents bacteria growth. Answer B, it doesn't need cleaning. Answer C, I don't know, but I like it. Answer D, it prevents high heat conduction due to the steam.
That's the
I would select the C.
I like it. Let's go for the answer. It's the answer D.
D.
It prevents
high heat conduction due to the steam.
This is it was the last
no,
question?
there is one
there
last
is one more.
to improve your score.
One more question, and we can see the result afterwards.
Yeah.
How long do you think it takes to service a Veox aseptic valve? How long do you think it takes?
Single choice possible. So A, approximately 40 minutes. B, more than 1 hour. C, 2 full days, quite long. And D, I'd rather buy a new valve. I don't maintain it. I just buy a new one. I cut and I buy a new one.
It's easier.
Yeah. We like this kind of customer.
The answer is A,
approximately 40 minutes.
40 minutes. This was the last question of the Defi quiz session. All the players have done their scores, and we'll be able to see the three best players. I guess we got the scores. We can show them. It's François. François is the third. Dan is the second. And the winner is, ladies and gentlemen, Expect. I guess it's a nickname.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Congratulations to Expect for the scores. 8 answer of 9 with a score of 7,793. Congratulations! Great. Nelly will fly to Nelly's corner to see if you have some questions in the chat, Nelly.
Indeed, Ben would like to know if we can have overeating or cooking with the mixed proof using steam.
Yeah, so as we see also in the quiz, it was one of the questions, but I can give a bit more explanation. So in the upper pipe for the plug, we use a PEEK material as a complete plug. So PEEK conduct a lot less the warm and the heat from the steam. So it was our idea when we start to develop. Also the design is quite compact and we success to avoid any balancer in the lower part. So this way we decrease also the pressure loss, and no pressure loss, the product will go through the valve, and we have the risk to cook is not existing anymore.
One last question, Nelly? One last thing?
No, thank you for your question on the chat. I would like to remind that if you want to have more details or information about the presentation made on stage, feel free to contact us. The videos regarding the D63 Clean Flush and Vioxx Aseptic will be online after the live. And as Vincent said, stay tuned to follow our actuality on LinkedIn. Let's continue with Magali and Jean-Hugues.
La cam sur nous. Here we go again with Magali for the last part of the show. Staying close to Definox community is one of the big aims of this year.
It was one of our problematic during the COVID period, of course, as everybody. But that's still the big aim of Definox. We used, as today, the digital with the one click. You can share many information from everywhere to everywhere. That's a good mean. So we continue on this direction. On the second part of the year, we will launch an e-business platform for the same ambition to click and to buy from everywhere, whenever you want, the Definox valves. That will be the second step on this year.
Everything is a matter of communication.
Yeah, and the digital, it's a good tool, but it's not enough. Of course, what makes the difference is to the people. We continue to push on the local presence from everyone, face-to-face, with the right culture, the right language, the right approach, the right knowledge. We can address the right answer to your problematic.
Everywhere in the world, but close to each one.
Exactly, that's it.
Well, that's it. We've come to the end of our third online event. So, Magali, what are your first thought, reaction?
Maybe a thought or a big thanks to François Pouzou, to Jérôme Delvalle, to Marc Guillet. They spent with my French accent, but they are French, so it's not it's quite normal. They spend a lot of energy and many thanks for their precious experience, because it's very important to share their own experience, especially for industry, from industry. A big up to our team, because it's not their daily job, and they put this on their shoulder and they manage it very well. So well done, guys and girls. And up, you had fun. How do you find you found answer to your problematic? Up, you are inspired to put into action something to improve your safety and your performance today.
And hope you will communicate with Definox to share experiences.
That's it. Yeah.
Thank you. With those words, we conclude our meeting. Thank you all for following us so attentively. Thanks to everyone involved on site and online. And see you soon. Bye-bye.